Today we are going to do a Georgia O'Keeffe inspired pumpkin. You may be wondering, who is Georgia O'Keeffe? Georgia was born in 1887. She was an American artist and was best known for her paintings of large flowers that flowed off her canvas. She said, "Where I was born and where and how I lived are unimportant. It is what I have done with where I have been that should be of interest." She also said, "I have already settled it for myself, so flattery and criticism go down the same drain and I am free." This amazing woman was known as the mother of American modernism. She died at the age of 98 in 1986. Now let's look at some of her paintings. Notice how with each of these paintings, the flowers flow off of the canvas. The edges are not shown. It's larger than the canvas. You never see the entire flower. Even the edges of this pineapple plant go off of the canvas. This is what she was known for, and this is how we are going to paint our pumpkin. So let's get started. The paint you will need is brown, red, orange, yellow, white, black, and I chose blue for my background. You will also need art paper, paintbrushes, water for rinsing, and paper towel. First, start by drawing out your pumpkin. Remember, draw it light until you know it's right. Then paint in your pumpkin. Just do a base of orange paint throughout the whole thing. Now I mixed a little bit of orange with red to make darker orange, and I'm going to start shading in the pumpkin. The more texture you give the pumpkin with lighter and darker shades, the more realistic it will be. Next, I am going to mix a little bit of yellow with the orange to make a lighter orange and put highlights on the pumpkin. Continue to paint the pumpkin with your darker and lighter shades of orange to give it some shadow and some highlights. Up where the stem is going to be, don't worry about making that perfect, because now you're going to see how I put in the stem with a base layer of brown, and here I will paint out into the orange pumpkin just a little bit. So I'm painting over the orange of the pumpkin. Then I will mix some brown with white and add some highlights and texture to my stem. I'm not quite happy with the pumpkin yet, so I'm going to get even lighter yellow and add some more highlights to the pumpkin. This is where the sun or the light would be shining down on the pumpkin. See how realistic that's becoming? Continue adding texture. I'm still not happy with the stem, so I'm going to add even more texture to that. Now I'm going to be applying my background. With the background, I didn't put any texture, it is just a flat color. I'm going to add a little bit of black to my stem this time to add some more detail. What do you think? Here are two Georgia O'Keeffe pumpkins I've created. The one on the left is the lighter pumpkin on a darker background that you watched me create. The one on the right is a darker pumpkin on a lighter background. Now it's time for you to get creative. Get out your paintbrush.